Hi y'all, welcome back to the channel.
How's it going, guys?
Whew, it is hot, huh, Wiley?
Man, I mean,
oh my gosh.
Of course, it's humidity. It's so humid, y'all.
The actual temperature was 92, but with the humidity, it felt like 100.
Right, right.
And
it is. I had to fix some damage on Stitch, but anyway,
okay.
It stretched a couple of the bolts, so everything was loose and it was rattling around, and actually one of the bolts had come out of it, so I fixed it with some riv nuts today and put some actual bolts in it with riv nuts, and now it's a whole lot better than it was anyway. So my point in saying that was I pulled it over into the shade, and guys, by the time I got done, it looked like I had been in the shower.
It's so
It's
hot.
so humid.
I'm sure,
yeah.
like, I'm surprised you can't see me sweating right now.
Yeah, standing here, I mean, I can feel myself sweaty. But
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we get. That's we know where we're at. That's
part of living.
Part of the living around here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been terrible.
So humid. That's what happens when you get a lot of rain, and we've been getting a lot of rain.
Yeah.
We've been getting a lot of rain.
And actually, I'm assuming the humidity is like extremely high because we have pretty good chances of rain, I think, most of the week.
Yeah.
And every day for the last 2 weeks we've had chances of rain. And it's rained most of those days. But yeah, yeah.
Yep. So, what else have we been up to, Wiley?
Working on Jeff's place.
Yep, so if you don't know Bobblehead Homestead, go check him out.
Yep.
He is our neighbor.
I got water ran, electric run. We still got a couple of things to tie up on his well house, but that's in preparation for our July 4th celebration.
Yes, Freedom Weekend is coming up. We're excited about it.
Getting very close, y'all. Getting very close.
I'm in charge of the food.
Yep.
And to be honest, I've been so busy with other things that I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. But it's okay. It'll all come together. It always does.
I think Jeff has was getting really nervous about it all because it's an abandoned well. We didn't know anything about it, whether the pump, anything was any good, how the water was, nothing. And so I think I finally eased his mind a little bit because
go watch his last video. He talks about it.
Go watch Jeff's last video, and I will be putting a video out on exactly how the setup in the well house is going to be, and I recorded a bunch of that down there yesterday, and I've got to we're waiting on a couple of pieces so I can finish that up, so I probably won't post that video till we're done. Yeah. In other news, we wound up, last video Jen posted, I think, we wound up selling our, green bunkhouse trailer that we had. I am very sad that we had to sell it, but we did. And, of course, it went to a pretty good cause, I think.
Yeah,
they needed it worse than we did, but I loved that trailer.
Yeah, it was really nice.
That being said, we was able to get us another ride.
Yeah, we're leaning up against it right now.
Yeah, it's right here. We'll put I don't know if Jen wants to put something in here on it or what, but we'll be putting a video out about that here soon.
We might get to that in this video, I'm not sure.
Right.
Depending on how much else we have to talk about and how long this drags out. But we've had a lot going on. A lot going on lately. We did, what was it, last weekend? Yes, last weekend. We did the Amplify the River Valley Music Festival.
This actually being Sunday, so a week ago.
Yeah. That was awesome. I still don't know exactly how many people ended up coming, but I know that we had a really good turnout for it being the first year, for kind of being in a small town.
And the weather was forecasted to be bad.
And it rained, and there was sports games going on, and there was another music festival or something going on not too far away. But there was a really good turnout. And we ended up serving about, Wiley said, just under 700 hot dogs.
Yep.
So, free
now,
hot dogs.
That was counting the boats. So, you know, the little paper things that the hot dogs go in. That was counting them. There was a lot of people that come in there and was like, I don't want any bread, just give me 2 hot dogs in the boat. So in reality, our hot dog count probably exceeded 700. That was just counting the boats, but somewhere around 700.
It was an awesome day, though. We got to meet a lot of nice people.
Yeah.
And, you know, we got to do some outreach stuff and talk to people about Jesus and feed everybody. Like, it was awesome, man.
It was awesome.
Brought back memories from when we used to feed people in Oklahoma. It was cool. Except it was an all-day deal.
So those of you guys that haven't watched our lives and heard us talk about this, the night before, literally like 10:30 that night, Jen had forgot. What was it you forgot?
So one of the ladies who had donated from a place in Charleston had forgot to pick up water, and she wanted to donate water. So when I stopped by, she was like, here's some money. So I was like, okay, I'll just go buy water with it. And so we were there to buy more water, which we ended up.
So 10:30 Friday night, and here the festival starts at 9 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
We're at Walmart shopping for water. And we also had a little bit of money left over from
some things that you guys had
some
donated.
of your donations. And Jen was like, well, let's grab some more hot dogs. And I'm like, nah, you know, the weather's going to be a little bit questionable tomorrow. You know, I don't think we're really going to have the turnout that we thought we would. So I said, let's just spend that money on upgrading our hot dogs.
Yeah, dressing them up.
So we wound up buying Wolf brand chili, by the gallon jugs. We bought those. We bought relish. We bought cheese. I think that was it.
Yeah, but we spent a lot of money on
it.
So.
Yeah, it was.
And it turned out good. And I would say we probably gave away more chili dogs than we did.
Oh, absolutely. I know we did.
Yeah.
By far, people loved the chili dogs.
Yes.
Yeah, they was a huge hit.
Huge hit, right?
And like I said, it turned out we was expecting to have, a big turnout, a huge turnout, which didn't happen because of the weather and everything. So it worked out perfect to be able to do that and upgrade everything.
Yes,
worked out excellent. People loved it. We had tons of water.
Bunch of chips left.
Even while we was there were still people bringing water and dropping it off at our tent. So yeah, it turned out awesome. Yeah, we had a really good day.
Since that's over, I'd already told myself, and I probably told some of y'all too, that if we had leftovers from that event, that we would be using them this next weekend, June 5th and 6th. I am organizing a yard sale for our church building fund, because we're building a new church this year. We've outgrown our current building. Sometimes there's only standing room, and we are getting quite packed, which is awesome.
Today was actually one of those days.
Yeah.
We was packed today.
Yeah, we were.
There was a huge attendance today.
Yes, there was. And so we are trying to do our part in helping build the new church. And it was put on my heart to do a yard sale, like a community yard sale. So several people have reached out to donate stuff to the cause. Any funds will go towards our church building fund. And then someone else in the church had also reached out and said, hey, can we do a bake sale at that? And I was like, heck yeah. So now it's going to be a yard sale and a bake sale and a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
The kids are going to make fresh squeezed lemonade, and we're going to do a lemonade stand. So hopefully we can raise some money to go towards our building fund. So I'm working on that. And then after that, I will get on the food stuff for 4th of July. But I got a lot going on with those things. And then also, we have been working on our Shade Tree Garage Youth Mechanics Club.
Right.
If you haven't heard about that yet, Several weeks ago, a month ago, I don't even remember how long it was, but we've been making good progress on it. I was at a 4-H thing, and Hunter and one of his friends was talking about how they wish that there was something around in the area where they could like turn wrenches, because they're not really into the livestock and the artsy craftsy stuff and different things, right? So we decided to I come home and I told Wiley, be happy you don't have a shop, because we'd be starting a youth club or a mechanics club for kids. And he said, well, why don't we do it? So since then, it's been full speed ahead on that. We have gotten some donations from people to help out with that, and we greatly, greatly appreciate that.
We've got a ton of safety glasses. We've got a couple of small toolkits.
Right.
And it's going to be cool.
It's going to be awesome. So we had a meeting on Friday. Again, this is Sunday. We had a meeting on Friday. We had 15 kids show up. The last one we had close to 20. And I don't know if it's because I had posted it on a Facebook group that I had created for the club, and maybe people just didn't see it. I don't know. But I posted it on there, and then I sent out a text message, so I'm wondering if people didn't get the message till late and they already had plans.
Most of the people that was there said that they didn't know about it till they got the text message.
Yeah.
So the Facebook post obviously didn't work well. I'm not sure what we're going to have to do to make that work.
I don't know. I do not like group chats, and I don't want to have to email. I don't want to have text message 20 different parents.
Right.
Like on a regular basis. So we're going to have to figure something else out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, we thought we had a shop. And then the city stepped in and said, no, you got to bring it up to code first, because it hasn't been used in decades, really. And so that ain't happening.
Yeah. So, exit signs,
fire
extinguishers,
lighting, electrical, plumbing, all of it.
It's just not, not feasible at all for the lady that owns the building or for us. It's not feasible. She's not using it, so it's not feasible for her to do it. She was going to allow us to use it. And, so it really makes no sense to spend the kind of money that it's going to take to get it ready.
Of course, local government comes in and puts a stop to it. But that's okay.
So we're looking at other things.
It wasn't meant to be.
Yep.
So we talked to our church pastor, and he said that we could use the parking lot. Our church used to be an old gas station, so it's got a big covered awning out front. So at least we don't have to... We've got a 10 by 10 pop-up tent, but... that will only cover like 2 people and 2 lawnmowers.
Right.
So everybody else would be out in the sun. So that's greatly appreciated. But if this goes into the fall or winter when it starts getting cold, we'll definitely need a place.
I actually drove around town, around Boonville, just kind of cruising off the side streets that I haven't been on yet, and, checking some stuff out. And, I did see a couple of shops out there that look abandoned. But I have no idea how you would ever get a hold of anybody, So anybody around the area that knows somebody, or, however that works, that has an old shop that they would, allow somebody to use. And I'm not, I don't know, beyond, making payments.
Or bartering somehow.
Or bartering for sure. If, they got land that needs to kept up, mowed, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, anyway.
It's not currently in our budget. Or the club budget.
Not even close. Not even close. But we would have to figure something out if we was able to. So
yes. Yeah. So we're definitely open to that. We don't want to be freeloaders forever. We just need to get this thing off the ground. And so we're not going to let it stop us. We are going to meet in the church parking lot.
Right.
And it'll be okay. It'll be all right. So we are seeking volunteers. Volunteers do have to pass a background check because we are working with kids. And so that's that. So we've had a lot going on with different things. And for those of you who have asked how you can help with the club, we have an Amazon wish list of things. We're not asking, but there have been people who have asked. So for those of you that wanted to know, there's an Amazon wish list. And I guess that's really it. Lily's birthday is coming up next week. So we're going to have to do something for that. Her birthday party is going to be the weekend after the...
So 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Actually, exactly 2 weeks from now,
Yep.
because it's Sunday. So it'll be 2 weeks from now. And so I've got her birthday party to plan. And then we've got 4th of July, like, 2 weeks after that.
Right. Right.
And so I got a lot of
I'm going to be
plans.
working my tail off the next couple of weeks, trying to get,
Yeah.
the grounds ready down there for the 4th of July. And I do have that old truck loaded on my trailer that really needs to be off my trailer before the 4th of July. So
And
hopefully
And you're supposed
Chris
to be
calls me back.
Yeah,
and,
you're supposed
yeah,
to
I
be
get to
taking
deliver
that to
that.
Oklahoma soon.
Yeah. So what else? What else do we have going on? Not a whole lot, really, because it's...
I'm still trying to get a garden in the ground, but y'all see that in a different video. We are going to be setting up a camera because our dogs have been getting after something pretty big.
I'm not sure what it is, but this area right here behind us, it's pretty wild for quite a ways. That way and that way.
And that way. Every way but
Yeah.
this way right here.
And they are... there's something that they are after out here that obviously... it seems like it's probably a bigger animal. I don't know. But they... At nighttime, they're back here fighting something all the time.
And it's not... They don't bark unless there's something out there.
Well, I mean, I can tell the difference between Jenkins' voice. Whether
Yes.
it's something that he's just wanting to chase, or if it's something that he's actually mad at.
Right. Right.
I
Yes.
can totally tell the difference.
Yes.
And he's been pretty vicious for a couple.
And whatever
Quite a
it is,
bit.
it's big enough that we can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it take off.
So we have some friends that live down the way. They live across the ridge. Mike and Angela over at Homesteading Outlaws. You guys saw them in our beekeeping video.
Right.
And they're really awesome. I'll drop their link in the description if you want to go check them out because they're cool. But they have bears over at their place. And they're literally maybe a mile as the crow flies. So
Straight across the top of the ridge right here. They're
Yeah.
like a mile down. Yeah.
yeah. And I don't know, last week in the middle of the day, they had a bear come get their beehives.
Get into their beehives. Yeah.
In the middle of the day.
In the middle of the day.
So I know that we have bears around here. I know that we have coyotes. I know that we have, I don't know,
Well, we've got wild hogs.
wild dogs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's probably what they're after at night. is the
Yeah.
wild hogs.
But you'd think you'd hear them squeal or something, huh?
I don't know.
I don't know much about wild hogs at
Yeah.
all. So yeah, we've got a camera right here that we're actually fixing to set up. Hopefully we can get it up before dark. But I'm going to show you guys what it is. It is a long-range Wi-Fi game camera by Grade Pro R3 Pro trail camera. And then it's got this hub that goes with it. The hub hooks directly to the Wi-Fi router. And it is supposed to extend the Wi-Fi up to 3,000 feet. So, our property is not 3,000 feet. If we put it 3,000 feet away, it'd be on somebody else's property.
Right.
But, that's clear line of sight too. And we have a lot of trees. So, we're going to see if we can catch something and figure out what it is that's coming around at night. So yeah, I'm going to... I don't know, I haven't even opened these boxes yet to see what's in here. It's got a lithium-ion battery pack. Comes with an SD card, which is cool because most of them don't. Oh, your little antenna. A tree strap. A charger. And the camera itself. You want to open that? Oh, wait, and what's that? This is a USB thingy. What's this USB thing for? Oh, it's a USB, like, Type-C connector. Doohickey.
So there it is.
Yeah. Does it open up? Does it take batteries, or is it just... No, I guess it has a lithium battery, huh?
Yep, rechargeable. Right there.
Oh, nice. Because have y'all bought batteries lately? you're talking like $30 for a big pack of Energizers or Duracell or something. It's crazy. Our other trail camera goes through stuff, or goes through batteries really quick.
Right.
I'm gonna give you all a few specs on this because I don't really know.
That is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to play with that some.
Yeah. There is an app available for the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, so you can view everything from afar and not have to hike out into the woods. Like with our other game cameras, you got to hike out there, remember where you put your cameras, and because sometimes they can be hard to spot, y'all. We blend them in pretty good around here. And sometimes if you're like, I thought I put it on this tree over here, and it's like 3 trees down.
Yeah.
On the other side, you know? So sometimes it's hard to find them. Alright, y'all. It's actually the next day. Because we had to charge the battery and stuff in it.
We was unprepared, y'all.
Yeah. And we had to hook the hub up to the Wi-Fi, and by the time we got all that done, it was like pitch black out here, so we couldn't record. So we figured we'd just finish this today. Eek.
Alright, guys. Well, we're up here in the woods, and we can see a trail from down where camp is, where it's a trail that goes all the way up the side of the hill. I don't know how much good we're going to do here. We might only get our dogs going up there, whatever it is, but we're going to try it here. And it's actually pretty simple to put the camera on the tree. See how this works here. I honestly think I'm doing this right. Just feed it through and then feed it back through. And tighten it up, and there it is. It is hooked up. I'm going to fold that over a little bit. Maybe it'll help bypass the tree with the signal. And there we are. Now we're gonna get this thing turned on and set up and make sure it's going to work. I've also got a solar panel I'm going to hook up here. We're getting a little bit of sun here, not a whole lot, but we're going to set this solar panel up, and you know, maybe it's going to be just enough. One thing that I don't really quite understand with the design of all these is, you know, you're going to want your game camera in a wooded area, you know, or most game cameras are going to be on a tree or whatever. I don't know how you're supposed to hook up a solar panel to keep them charged. We're going to do the best we can. So, here we go.
You probably want to put this on there first.
Yeah.
It comes with screws to mount it, or strap. We're just going to strap it.
You can screw it or strap it, and we're just going to strap it.
Looks like it runs through here. It's really loose, actually.
And this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Alright, now just plug the solar panel in. Now guys, we do have a, we live on the northern facing slope, so it's really challenging with solar for us. We have a short period through the day, and It's just a lot more challenging on the northern side.
And we're heavily wooded, so...
Very heavily wooded everywhere. So, yeah. But, yeah.
Anyway, now open it up and let's turn it on and check the
status.
Yeah.
There, it's on.
Alright, y'all. We got the camera hooked up.
Yep.
And it's way off up there in the woods. So we're going to see how it works. We do have a metal roof. And we do have a lot of trees. So it is supposed to go up to 3,000 feet.
Line of sight.
Clear line of sight.
Yep.
So we do not have a clear line of sight for more than about 100 feet.
But we are getting signal up there.
We are,
so.
yes. So we're going to see how it works. We're going to see what we can catch, see if we can catch any wild critters up there, and we'll keep you guys posted on that.
We are supposed to be getting some severe storms tonight, so we'll see what happens, but so likelihood of, catching anything tonight, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But we'll post a video and let y'all know if we see any bears or anything.
If y'all don't know this, it's hot.
Yeah,
it's hot. I'm like hot. Dripping sweat.
I am too. I can feel it dripping down the side of my face right here.
And all we done was walked up into the woods, done the camera, and then I come back down here and swapped out the implements on the back of my tractor.
And it's mostly in the shade.
Yeah.
Like, the woods was definitely in the shade. We're standing in the shade right now. We're still sweating. So, Wiley's got to go do some work down at Jeff's.
Yep.
And I might try to catch some of that for y'all. And I have a couple more flower beds I got to put together. We'll be making a video on that once we get to the point where we're filling them and planting in them and stuff, because we're way late on our garden. Anyway, this is going to be the end of this video. We love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Love you, bye.
Bye, y'all.